Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome back to another video. Season 2 is now active in Modern Warfare, and with this update for Season 2, it was like a 68GB update for on the Xbox anyway, which is a pretty hefty update. I mean, there's a lot of things they either added to this game, they changed in the game. I mean, oh my gosh, there's just so much that came with Season 2, and I really hope that throughout Season 2 we get big updates like this, to be completely honest with you, because that's one thing that was a little disappointing about Season 1. I feel like there's these gaps where it's like there's nothing really going on, but anyway, Season 2 right now, huge update, a lot of changes, a lot of additional features, and in this video in particular, we're going to be focusing on the perk changes, whether they've been buffed, nerfed, or even moved to a different category. So the reason why I want to talk about the perks first here on the channel when it comes to Season 2 content is because I feel like the changes with these perks really just change the way that this game is played, and for the most part, you could say it's like an overhaul of the multiplayer, and it really does change the way how you play and how other people play in this game. So anyway, from my understanding, it seems like they kind of buffed the perks that people don't really use too often, maybe nerf the ones that people use all the time, and then maybe change some other things around. I don't really know, but anyway, I'm going to go through every perk that's been affected through this update. If you guys want to see these changes for yourselves, you can actually go in-game and hover over the perk. It'll actually be a category that says perk updates, and will tell you whether or not what the changes to that perk from this last update. So anyway, let's go ahead and start with the perk 1 category, starting with the perk Double Time. So Double Time got a buff where it received a halved tactical sprint recharge time. So you're going to be able to sprint a lot quicker between each time you tactical sprint. I don't know. I guess the time between each tactical sprint is going to like make it a lot quicker for you to like sprint again, I guess you can say. I mean, honestly, it says halved tactical sprint recharge time. Pretty self-explanatory. So Double Time is going to be a lot more useful when you're running that perk. Then there's the perk EOD. So EOD no longer has the hacking ability. It is now moved to the spotter perk, which is in the perk 3 category. This change, I think, is a good thing, honestly. So I really do think that the hacking ability should have always been in the spotter perk, because you know, you could still hack equipment without the spotter perk, but like the thing is, it's so much harder to detect where enemy equipment is, so it just makes so much more sense to have that hacking ability in the spotter perk. So I'm glad to see it removed from EOD and moved to the spotter perk, but now I really don't see a huge point of using EOD. I mean, when you want to throw back like an enemy frag grenade, it does reset the fuse, which is nice, but also you can take reduced damage from non-kill streaks explosives, so I guess that's also good as well. So maybe I'll use it once in a while, but honestly, there's just other perks in perk 1 that I think I'd rather use. And then the next perk that was actually added to perk 1 is Kill Chain. So Kill Chain used to be in the perk 2 category, but they switched it with Overkill. So Overkill is no longer in the perk 1 category, it is now in the perk 2 category, and Kill Chain is now in the perk 1 category. Very interesting, and I kind of like this because that means I can combine Kill Chain and Hardline together in order to get my streaks so much quicker. So I kind of like that change. I'm definitely going to be running that loadout a lot throughout this next season. And so anyway, if we go on to the perk 2 category, starting with Restock, the perk update for this, it got a buff of a recharge time reduced by 5 seconds. So that's pretty good, actually. So your equipment doesn't take as long to recharge as it used to, which is honestly pretty nice. And I use Restock once in a while, and it actually is kind of helpful when your equipment does recharge in the same life. So I guess for people who love to use Restock, that's even better, I guess. So of course, perk 2 also has the Overkill perk with it now. It used to be in the perk 1 category like we already mentioned. And then Ghost, right? Ghost got a nerf here. So Ghost is the moved snapshot grenade immunity to the battle hardened perk. So it used to be, you used to be able, when you had the Ghost perk and someone threw a snapshot grenade at you, they couldn't see you through like walls and stuff like that, right? They couldn't have like that wall hack feature on you because you're immune to it, right, when you're running Ghost. Well, that effect no longer works anymore when you have Ghost. It is now moved to the battle hardened perk, which I guess makes sense. I mean, I don't know, kind of an interesting change. I guess a lot of people use Ghost, which I kind of agree. I did notice that when I call my UAVs, I would never see any red dots on my radar, so I'm like, like, are you kidding me? Everybody's like using Ghost, so I can see why they kind of like nerfed Ghost just a little bit, so I think that's kind of nice they changed that. And then the next perk, which is Point Man, received a lot of actually buff to this, which is very surprising because Point Man, I think, is a very beneficial perk, especially when you're playing on Ground War. And so anyway, it only received buffs from what it looks like here. So the perk updates say more score is earned for assist, more score is earned for objective play, and you can earn score by helping teammates destroy kill streaks, which is quite interesting. So this is pretty good, actually. So your assist and your objective play, you're going to get more score for doing that, which can help you get your kill streaks so much faster, which I think this is a good thing because in some cases, Point Man, you could be at a disadvantage compared to, I guess, the kill chain, if you want to say, or maybe even hardline because it's harder to earn your streaks. But Point Man, yeah, honestly, this is a great buff to the actual perk itself, which I think is nice. And also you can earn score by helping teammates destroy kill streaks. So you'll have like an assist of destroying a kill streak or something. Those points will go towards your kill streaks, I guess, which is pretty nice as well. I always wondered, so like with this new update, I wonder what kill chain and Point Man, since you could have those two perks on at the same time, I'm curious how that you could actually earn streaks that way. I'm actually really curious. I want to test this out, and maybe I'll make a video later on to see if anything actually happens. So anyway, moving on to the perk 3 category, we look at the tune-up perk. It had a buff of an increased charge time reduction by 7%, which is pretty self-explanatory. So the charge time is reduced by 7%, so I guess that's pretty cool, right? And then the next perk would be Battle Hardened, which they added something to this perk. Thank freaking God. You now have gas resistance when you have the Battle Hardened perk on. Thank God. And of course, it also has the Snapshot Grenade immunity, like we kind of mentioned earlier, because it got removed from the Ghost perk. But thank God we have a perk where we're immune or resistant anyway to what it says on here to gas grenades. Seriously, gas grenades are so freaking, they're so freaking annoying, especially on Shipment. Have you guys played Shipment and the whole enemy team just throws a bunch of gas grenades at you? Oh my god, it's the most annoying thing ever. Thank God Battle Hardened helps you reduce that. Now, one thing I'd like to point out here, it specifically says added gas resistance. So that to me tells me that in the Battle Royale mode, the collapse or the circle, whatever you want to call it, the zone that closes in like the Battle Royale mode in this game, I'm assuming there's going to be a Battle Royale and it's going to be the gas. It's going to be gas, right? So the zone that's going to be collapsing is going to be gas. So I think that makes sense with the Battle Hardened perk. Anyway, I don't know. I just thought I'd mention that. And then the Spotter perk, of course, has the added hack ability. So that's pretty much all the changes for the perks here in Modern Warfare. I really do like these perk changes. I really do. And I think it really has changed the game for the better. I'm so curious what kill chain and Point Man is like. I have not tried this quite yet. I've been like testing other things out at the beginning of Season 2. Also, I don't have like a lot of time on my hands to play this game constantly or even make videos for you guys, kind of like I said in my last video. So thankfully, I had enough time to actually make this video for you guys and kind of share my opinions about these perk changes. And honestly, I think it's for the better. Honestly, I like these perk changes. I'm glad that Overkill is actually in the second perk category because now people can't run Overkill and Ghost at the same time or even Hardline. I don't know. Overkill seemed like it was quite overkill in the past, especially when the 725 shotgun was really powerful. But anyway, those are all the perk changes here in the multiplayer for Modern Warfare. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it and found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more Call of Duty videos in the future. And I shall catch you guys later.